Alright, let's jump right into it. I'm making a little building here. Well, it's actually not too little, but it's going to be a building. This is the insulation foam, the same stuff that I used to build the Warzone, same stuff I've been using to build a lot of the sets I've been making lately. Which, I got a bunch of it right over here. I don't know how bright it is, you probably can't tell, but yeah, that same kind of foam. I showed it in my how to build the Warzone video, so if you're wondering exactly what it is, check that video out. That foam was green, this is pink, that's the only difference. Basically I used the same techniques that I used in the Warzone video. I drew, well, first I measured and cut out the spots that I wasn't going to need something, like a big window there, door, and then smaller windows on the top. Now, I cut out this, well, I didn't cut anything out, I just measured it out and drew on like a little vent and like a border around the window and this line of bricks over here. And you can probably see, if I hold it up right, you can see like a little bit of texturing. Basically what that was this here brush. I haven't seen or used this brush in a long time, so I was like, well, how do I make it look like beat up concrete? I know. So I just went over it and like pretty much beat the hell out of it until it got a little bit of texture to it. You don't have to do it too much, but just enough to leave little indents and to give it a little variation when you start going over it with paint. Now, why am I sharing this on this channel, I hear you ask? Well, normally I would put something like this on my Captain McKay ACBA channel, because that's kind of where I do more of the behind-the-scenes looks at like all that kind of stuff for displays and whatever else. But because I've started using displays like this in my animations, like as scenery and whatever, people have been asking me on my animation channel, like, hey, how did you do this or that or whatever? So I figure this is as good a place as any to share that video. Alright, so I probably should have taken some more video, but I just got ahead of myself painting. I started with just a coat of black, the whole entire thing was black. And then I went over it in gray, and after that just kind of like started dry brushing different layers of light gray or white or whatever the case. And then I went over those bricks in the middle with red. Then I don't know if you could tell from the angle, but like around the trim of the window is like a kind of a tan color. And then the vent I went with silver. I'm probably going to add another layer of silver because it's not really like too oh, I guess it's prominent enough. I don't know, it's going to be painted up to look like beat anyway. And then there's the other thing over here, this spot that basically I'm going to have connected up here so that it's like a, I don't even know what you would call it, like a ledge, I guess. And then I'm going to start doing some details. I want to have some piping running, like some kind of maybe electrical thing, because I want to have a sign up above. And then worry about the glass and the windows. And I want to get something else made that's kind of like this, so that I can do like the sides of the door like that, just to make it kind of like an entrance. I don't know, look more, just a little more interesting than just a flat cutaway door. And eventually maybe a sidewalk or something in front. But yeah, it's coming together nicely. I dig it. And I don't know, hopefully we'll get some more progress here. Alright, what you just saw was pictures of this as I was going through it, when it was just in the state of normal pink foam, then followed by a flat black. And today I went over it with a dry brush layer of gray, and then one more thin layer of white. And I think I'm going to touch it up with one more layer of like light gray, just to give kind of an ashy, like, I don't know, make it look like a bomb went off and kind of the dust settled in there. But I wish I had something I could give you for scale. Well, I don't have a figure, but there's a regular size glue bottle. So for scale, that's that's how big of a piece we're looking at here. I dig how this came out. I wanted to put something like this together because I've seen a lot of the people on the dial structure page do it, and like everybody kind of needs a destroyed, ruined building to just have figures fighting in or whatever. I was able to integrate little Wolverine claws back there in the center. You can see just, I don't know, little bits of damage on the bricks all over the place. And as of right now, none of this is stuck down, so this is all just little pieces, and it all comes together. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the classic Al Figures magnetized, dio. So I'm probably going to have this be able to stick to the back with magnets, and then these will probably stick to the side with magnets as well. And I haven't decided if I want to magnetize those little two pieces in the front yet. I probably will, just because it'll look better. But then I also have, you can see I cut out all these little handfuls of just pieces of foam, you know, for bricks. And what I want to do is make like a few little different piles, like glue them together and get some rubble and debris and stuff. And that way I can like stack them wherever I want, just so I could have different battle scenes going on or whatever. And I don't have to have the bricks be in the middle of every single scene. Like it could be totally clean, or I could just have a bunch of bricks over here. But yeah, this is basically going to just be for my collection. I wanted to build something just to have, you know, so I could stick it on a shelf or whatever. I don't do a whole lot with ACBA, but, you know, it's nice to have just a shelf where I can put figures up with, you know, the word, you know, comic book cutouts and all that kind of stuff. If I was going to try and make something like this to sell, it would, you know, not look like just a clean cut over there. I'd probably work with the bricks and, like, pull out chunks of where the bricks would be. And actually, let me show you. Right here. These 3 staircases are going to a guy that saw one of the staircases that I posted on Facebook, and he wanted 3 for himself. One in, you know, clean, good condition, so that was this one. One with a little bit of slight damage, so I made this one a little bit beat up, you can see. And then this one is like heavily damaged and beat up, looks like it's been through a lot. But you can see where I did the bricks and stuff like that is, you know, it's cut carefully. It's not just like a straight jag through it and like jagged edges all over the place. Like actually, you know, tried to make it look decent since, you know, this guy's paying for it. So I don't want it to look like, I don't know, less than he would expect, I guess. But besides that, I haven't gotten any work done on the building yet because I got started on this and just got sidetracked and various different video editing projects and planning for animation and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to link a few channels down below and the Dio Structure page on Facebook if you're interested in building stuff like that. That's the pretty much the Bible of where you can go to learn all this kind of stuff. Everybody in there is real cool. Bob and AJ and Al and, you know, guys like JD, who I've mentioned in the past, JD Meg. They're all good with building stuff. They'll all answer your questions if you ask them, and you got to sub their channels up and check out what they've done already because they've done a lot of good stuff. And I'm kind of just a rookie. I'm learning little by little just through watching them and through my own kind of trial and error. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I really am not about this life anymore. It's freaking snow. A bunch of garbage. So, moving on to what I've done here. I got the magnets laid down. These are just some spare pieces that I've been working on, like just little extra, like freestanding things. I tried my hand at an I-beam. It's not great, but it's decent. It's like basically just going to be like leaned up in the background or something. So, it doesn't have to be perfect. These are just the bricks that I glued together, so just makes for like a little pile of rubble that I can move around or just not even have if I don't want it. And then this, you can see I got the magnets in there holding it together, and I got these side ones magnetized as well. So these are not magnetized yet, but I want to put a magnet in there, and that way I could have like these pieces be able to, like, you know, stand down right there, or, you know, I'll be able to remove them and like swap them out with something. Like I want to make 1 or 2 pieces like this. Sorry about the text message going off. But like maybe some bigger like pillars or column kind of things. That way it's like kind of a little more customizable depending on what I want the set to look like. I don't know, just different stuff. I'm still not entirely sure where I want to go with this yet. I know I got the framework laid out and I'm really happy with at least, you know, this part of it. I think it's cool. Alright, so getting back to this building here. I want to have this wall be on this side of it. Like that, and that'll be you know, like a 2-sided corner basically, so I could have like 2 building fronts. What I want to have with this is have it like stick out a little bit like that, because I have this piece here that I want kind of line up flush with the edge of that, so that way it's like a, I don't even know what you would call this. It's not a balcony, but it's just like a little ledge that people could like stand on or whatever. And on this side I'm going to paint up a different building front similar. I'm going to run through all this too, like probably remove chunks of that to give it like a little broken down kind of beat up look. Why every time? Anyway, I just wanted to show off what I've been doing a little bit. Hopefully on the next time I do a video like this will be either fully put together or will have already been used in an animation or something, whatever the case may be. All right, later on.